Welcome back, Classic Gamers, and thanks for viewing Jay the Classic Gamer's game review of the 1985 classic game Donkey Kong Jr. Math by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Donkey Kong Jr. Math was released as part of Nintendo's Educational Series. It was the only game Nintendo released in the Educational Series and was Nintendo's worst-selling title on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Donkey Kong Jr. Math has 3 versions to play: Calculate A, Calculate B, and Exercise. Calculate A and B are 2-player games, and Exercise is a 1-player game. The object of the game in Calculate A is to match the number Donkey Kong is holding up by creating a math problem using the numbers that are on the vines and the math symbols that are on the islands below. For example, Donkey Kong is holding up the number 77, so I'd want 9 times 9, which would give me 81, minus 4, which would give me 77. Or I could have went another route and had 9 times 8, which would give me 72, plus 5, so there's many ways to get the same number. Do this as fast as you can to beat the other player. The first player who wins 5 rounds wins the game. The object of the game in Calculate B is the same as Calculate A, except for a few differences. First, the number Donkey Kong holds up is much larger than the one in Calculate A. The second difference is they already start your math problem off with a number to begin with, besides starting from scratch. And the last difference is the number will not always be positive. It can be negative. These differences make this game a lot harder to play than Calculate A. The game of Exercise has 9 different math problems with varying difficulties to choose from. Once you have selected a math problem, the object of the game is to solve the 10 random math problems as fast as you can by climbing the vines to get the right numbers. Each math problem is worth up to 100 points, depending on how fast you solve the math problem, for a max score of 1,000 points. If you manage to get the math problem right the first time, the bird to the left will drop an egg next to the round. If you miss the math problem on your first try, or the math problem is too hard and you use the answer block for the answer, you will not receive any points. The controls in the game are very simple. Left and right on the control pad moves Donkey Kong Jr. back and forth. The up and down on the control pad moves him up and down on the vines. The A button makes him jump, and the B button is used to erase your answer and start all over. I found a few things about this game that was odd to me. This game was Donkey Kong's and Donkey Kong Jr.'s first appearance on the Nintendo Entertainment System. The games Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. weren't released on the Nintendo Entertainment System until 1986. That's odd. Nintendo marketed this game as an educational game. It's not very educational. As a matter of fact, you better be schooled in math before you even play this game. That's odd too. And what's with the pink monkey? Who is that, by the way? Is that Donkey Kong Jr.'s fraternal twin sister? Whoever it is, the pink monkey freaks me out. Some people back in the day, and some still today, say that this game is one of the worst and most boring games on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I will agree that the Exercise game is very boring, and no kid would have wanted to solve math problems on the TV all day. But I found the Calculate A and B games to be very fun and challenging 2-player games. As long as both players are decent at math, it's a very good 2-player game. I would have liked to have had this game as a kid. I would have kicked my friends' butts while showing off my math skills. What I like about this game, besides it being a fun 2-player game, it's got a catchy jingle at the beginning of the game. And I also like the music and sound effects used in the game. They are the same music and sound effects used in Donkey Kong Jr. If you recognize the music in Exercise, that's because it's also used in Level 1 on Donkey Kong Jr. If you recognize the music in the Calculate games, that's because it's used in Level 4 on Donkey Kong Jr. I also like when you pause the game, you get a neat little picture of Donkey Kong holding a pause sign.
When playing exercise, be precise when picking the numbers on the vine. They are very sensitive. If you're not careful, you might lock in the wrong number and have to press B and start all over. When playing Calculate A or B, always try to think a move or two ahead of time. And sometimes the number you need may not be on the vines, so multiply or divide your answer by 1 and maybe the number you need will appear on the vine. And the last tip that I could think of is stay in school, classic gamers, and learn basic math, or you won't ever be any good at Donkey Kong Jr. math. So this concludes my video game review of Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I have to score this game a decent 6.5 out of 10. This game isn't for everyone, but if you like math even a little bit, this can be a fun game, and a must-have for any true classic math gamer.